Ultimate Spider-Man 2024 is not good. It's great. When I first went into this comic series, I was a little skeptical because, Marvel seems to fuck everything up. So, going into this, I was a little hesitant, but, I was purely excited because, Ultimate Spider-Man is just iconic. And I'm glad to say that, I was not disappointed. I had really high expectations for this, because if you're using a title such as Ultimate Spider-Man, you have to live up to its predecessor. The first thing I want to say though is the art is fucking beautiful. Everything about it is just super dynamic, and I'm just so immersed every time I read this book. And not only is the art good, the dialogue is amazing. I'm fully engaged all of the time when reading this. And I suffer from short form content, so it's really hard for me to read books, but this fully kept me immersed in the world the whole entire time, and I could not stop reading. Everything in this world feels so fresh and new while using like the same characters. It's really interesting how they're doing things with Uncle Ben being alive and being friends with J. Jonah Jameson, which is like super sick because I don't know, you wouldn't expect it, and then it was just there and you couldn't live without it now that you've had it, and it all comes together really nicely. I saw a YouTube video the other day of somebody complaining about how it's too much dialogue and not enough action, and I was just like, what are you talking about? I feel like it's been so refreshing being able to see these characters interact with each other in a more mature way rather than it all being action and superhero, and just Marvel has it right this time. As of now, we're only 4 issues in, and I cannot get enough of this shit. It's taking a month each, in between each run, and it's fucking killing me because I just want to read more and more and more. That's literally my only complaint, is I can't get enough of this. As of now, my favorite issue of the series is issue 4, where they're having the dinner with Harry, Gwen, and MJ. It was such a surprise to me when fucking Gwen Stacy walks in and Harry's married to her. It was just refreshing because it was different. And when I first got the comic, I skimmed through because I went to the store and grabbed it, and I skimmed through and looked at it, and I'm like, it's all dialogue, and I was kind of pissed because I was like, bro, I waited a month for this, and I cannot believe how good it was. All the action in this is also really dynamic and tasteful. There's only been a few fight scenes, but it's really, kept me in awe every time. I've enjoyed it. I kind of like how Shocker is a little smart, he's manipulating Spider-Man into believing whatever. I don't know if he's fully smart, but you know what I mean? He's not, oh, I'm robbing a bank bad guy. Well, he kind of is, but he's not necessarily stupid about it, I guess is the word for it. It also shows how new Peter is to this whole thing. When I first got the comic, I was expecting him to already have his powers for a long amount of time, but I was met with a Peter who was lost in his life, and he gets the support from his family to find out what he's gonna do. I also love how Uncle Ben is very blunt and has a hard shell around him. I feel like there's not a lot of characterization with Uncle Ben because he always dies so early into the series, and this has just made me fall in love with the character. It also feels like a new character because Uncle Ben always dies before we can really find out who he is. The story really immerses you in the character through his interactions with J. Jonah Jameson. He's cold on the outside, but he's probably internally hurt from Aunt May's death. We could see this when he sheds a tear at the memorial for the Stark Industries attack. I also love the dynamic between Peter and Mayday. You could really see the impact his kids have on what he does, hence why Mayday picked his suit. It overall makes me really happy that Marvel's listening to what the fans actually want. They're letting Peter grow up, which is fucking great because, one more day is a thing, and we all know how that was received. I don't know. I just wanted to give my input on what I thought of the series, and overall, I'm extremely happy with it, and I'm so excited for issue 5. I will do a video on that when it comes out. Peace.